In a small village, there lived a beautiful girl named Sara. Sara was an orphan, living with her old grandmother in a humble hut. Sara was kind-hearted and loved by everyone in the village. Sara had a little dog named Rex. Rex was her loyal friend, accompanying her wherever she went. Sara and Rex were playing together in the fields, swimming in the river, and enjoying their time together. One day, Sara's grandmother became very ill. Sara could not afford a doctor, so she took care of her grandmother herself. Grandma's condition worsened day by day, until she finally died. Sara was deeply saddened by the death of her grandmother. I felt alone and afraid. She had no one in the world. The next day, Sara went to the river as she and her grandmother always did. She sat on the riverbank, crying for her grandmother. Suddenly, she heard a voice telling her, "Don't cry, Sara. I'm here to help you." Sara raised her head and saw a handsome young man standing in front of her. The young man smiled at her and said, "My name is Amir. I am here to take you away from this sad place." Sara was surprised by his words. She didn't know who he was or what he wanted, but she felt safe with him. Amir said to her, "Come with me, Sara. I will give you a new life, a life full of happiness and love." Sara agreed to go with Amir. They sold Sara's hut and her dog Rex and left the village forever. A prince took her to a beautiful palace in a distant city. They lived happily and contentedly for many years. Sara gave birth to many children and lived a life full of love and laughter. But one day, Amir fell seriously ill. The doctors could do nothing to save him. Amir died, leaving Sara and her children alone. Sara was deeply saddened by Amir's death. She felt like she had lost everything again. But Sara was a strong woman. She knew she needed to be strong for her children. So she gathered her courage and continued with her life. Sara raised her children alone. She worked hard to provide everything they needed. Her children grew up to be good and successful people. Sara lived a long and happy life. She went through many difficulties in her life, but she overcame them all. Sara learned that true strength comes from within, and that love is the most powerful force in the world.